Okay, this is the main game. It doesn't look all too pretty, but you'll get used to it. So this screen here is the main interaction screen. This is where you will do most of your things. This is the hotkey, showing you what all the hotkeys are. You can probably hear from the recording Windows thing that I am not clicking. I mean, I am clicking and it isn't working. And this is a map of the whole thing. And if I use my arrow keys, you can see the little yellow cross is moving around. So let's press tab and then tab again to get rid of that map, because you don't really need it, do we? No. We've got a lot of soil. I guess very deep soil was a good choice. And we've got a nice bit of mountain, a nice bit of hill here. And we've got the brook running along right here, if you can very faintly see it. I'm not on this level, so it's not bright like this level is here. The way Dwarf Fortress works is it works in layers. So if you press shift and the like crocodile looking things, if you remember from like primary school or what have you, but yeah, see now this layer is brighter now, and if I go back up, it will go darker again, and you'll be able to see the tops of trees and little bits of ferns or whatever. And you go up by doing the less than key, and go down by using the greater than key. So yeah. Right now, here are my dwarves right here, and they're in they've got like a caravan. There are my goats. One there, and one there. That's a miner. That's a herbalist and woodcutter. That's my carpenter. That's my mason. And there's some other stuff there. There are many trees and bushes, and that's water right there, believe it or not. If you press shift and greater than, you can see that there is some water here. That's what all these sevens are. That shows the level of the water. So let's go down here and let's cut down some trees, because I want to cut down some trees. And by the way I made that bigger and smaller is I use the scroll wheel. Scroll wheel increases the size, so it makes it you can see more, which helps a lot. So to designate some trees to be chopped down, you press D, then T, and you go to where you want to start, and you press enter. If I go right, you can see that tree is now blinking. Or if you press it on a square, the little square will blink. By using the shift and arrow keys, you can designate a much larger area. It goes to whatever direction 10 times, I think, or something like that. So let's designate a nice large area, like that. And that will chop down all of those trees. As you can see, they've been turned brown. That means they're ready to be chopped down. Or they've been designated to be chopped down. And if you press spacebar, you'll resume the game. And my dwarves will go down there and start digging that up. And you just saw my cats running around right there, and all my dwarves. That right there is refuse from what my cat has probably just killed. So let's put a stockpile somewhere. Let's go P, R for refuse. And the way I did this, by the way, is I press P and then R for refuse. And let's make it about that big. Go on then. Right, there you go. And now my dwarves will haul any refuse to that pile right there. Now here we have the side of a cliff. Now I don't really want to dig in right here. I possibly want to dig in underneath here, like right here will probably be a good place. So I reckon just right here. So to dig, because you're going to need to dig in a fortress, you press D, and by default it's chop down trees, but if you press D again it's mine, which is good. I'm gonna clear out an area by using the designation method, how I explained to you earlier. And this will sort of be like the central entrance to my fortress. It won't be the actual doorway to get into my fortress, but my miners will have something to do. And notice that the squares here are turning yellow. That means they're currently being mined, or an action is currently being performed on them, which is the way you know what square dwarves are mining, and because this is dirt, it's a lot easier for my miners to mine it. And my woodcutter is chopping down the tree, and the tree blinks green when it's being chopped, or no, it blinks from being designated to not. And these bits on here, these bits lying down here are wood, which is great. And it started raining, awesome. So let's press D for mine, and let's mine in an area. I have a specific way that I like to design my fortresses, and you'll see it when it gets dug out. But what I'm doing right here is I'm pretty much digging a diagonal hallway. And there we go. And we'll resume the game, and my dwarves will dig that out. I don't know why I dig a diagonal hallway, I just like to, because diagonal hallways are cool. And plus they look pretty cool as well, especially. Okay. Right, okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. I'm going to dig up here. And then I'm going to dig out a room right here. I'm going to have it a 1 wide block. And I'll make about that big. And that, guys, is where my farm is going to be. And that's vital for food. And I'm going to get that set up as soon as possible because my dwarves will pretty much starve when they run out of food anyway from the stocks that they've already got. My woodcutter's doing a nice job, so let's set up a carpenter's workshop because we need to make some beds because my dwarves do not like sleeping on the floor. So let's press B for building, not V. B for building, W for workshop, and then C for carpenter's workshop. Now, here we have the blueprint for a carpenter's workshop. The lighter green are where dwarves can pass through, and the darker green are where dwarves cannot pass through. This is like where shelves are, etc. Well, shelves would be. So note that when you're. I'll note that when I'm actually building my, designing my crafting areas and stockpiles and stuff. Okay, my dwarves have finished digging that out, which is great. I'll go let them have a drink, which is most likely what they will do now. Yep. Or they'll wait there, because that is the current wait area, and I don't want that. I want them to wait inside the fortress soon. I'm soon going to dismantle that thing. But let's get my farm sorted out. So let's go B for building, P for farm plot. And the way that you do this is a little bit different. Use the UMHK keys like you would at the menu, but you don't actually designate them. You just sort of press, like I've pressed U a few times, now press K a few times to make it bigger, and if I want to I can press H to make it smaller, and then M to shorten it. But I like the size that it is. I think I might just trim it a bit. In fact, no. How big is that? That's 4. That's 4. Yeah, let's just do it like a nice. Let's do a nice long farm. Apparently, it won't go that far. Okay. That'll do. And then it's very faint. You probably won't be able to see it, but this area is blinking. Now, the area that I designated is blinking because my farmer is going to come and sort that out. And you can see here he is now, my farmer, going to go in and sort that out. Carpenter's workshop is not built yet, so we need to wait for that. But my farmer is sorting out this, so let's press Q, which is how I did this, how I checked that this was not built yet. If you press Q, it's building tasks and preferences. So as you can see, this farm plot is now built, so I can choose stuff to actually grow there. And then after I've done this, I think I'll leave this episode here, guys. So for spring, I want to grow plump helmets, and the way you do this is plus and minus to scroll through, and then enter to choose what you want. Now I've changed this, so okay, it's not doing anymore. I don't know why, but I've changed the game a bit so that it crops that are grown inside, like plump helmets and sweet pods and quarry bushes, actually can be grown all year round, but that seems to have undone itself. But never mind, I'll have that sorted out next episode. But that's what I recommend you do, because it's not really realistic, to be honest. I think that should be changed. I think that's something the Adamses should get onto. And the Adamses are the ones that developed Dwarf Fortress, by the way. Tarn Adams and Zach Adams. So now my farmer is... what's he doing? Is he putting those down? Yeah, he's putting those plump helmets down, which is great. So B, C, D. And yeah, if you use A, that's spring, B is summer, C is autumn, and D is winter. I know it can be frustrating at times because of all the hotkeys that you have to press, but Dwarf Fortress gets better later on. You don't really worry about that too much. I'm going to dig another room out here, and I want to make it, let's make it 4 by 4, no, let's make it a bit bigger than that, so let's go, let's make it, no, let's make it 5 by 5. This room will store the seeds that my farmer gets after he harvests the plump helmets, which is good because then I can replant, which is nice. See, now he's planting another one, so you can see these little brown dashes here are where he's planted the plump helmets, which is very nice. So we've got something growing, so we've got a sustenance, so we've got basic sustenance now. We've got food and we've got drink, but we aren't sustaining the drinks that we have. And we need to do that soon, so we need to get some cave wheat farms and stuff like that going so that I can do that. But anyway, let's go P for stockpiles and F for food stockpile, and then I'm going to show you how to do a custom stockpile, which is very nice. So using the same designation method as always, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the game straight away, because as you can see, these guys are bringing all the food, and I don't want them to do that. So I'm going to go P for stockpiles. Oh no, Q for preferences, and press S to change your settings. Now, it's a food stockpile, but what I don't want is meat, fish, and all that stuff. All I want is seeds. So if you press D, oh no, we want to enable that. We want to disable meat. Oh, for God's sake. Here we go. You want to F for forbid meat, fish, unprepared fish, eggs, plants, drink, cheese, leaves, milled plant, fat, paste, pressed minerals, and then extract plants. All we want is seeds. Okay, so you can get all these seeds. Some of them are outside seeds, and some of them are inside seeds. Like, I'm gonna do some outdoor farming soon, but for now I'm just gonna do some indoor farming. So I think that's a good time to wrap up this episode of A Noob's Guide to Dwarf Fortress. I'm TMG's Rossi Boys 215, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.